Hey, friend, welcome back to the Concierge Weight Loss Podcast. Today, we're talking about something important before the year ends: letting go of what didn't work. Most women beat themselves up in December. They replay all the times they should have done better, all the habits they didn't stick with, all the weight they didn't lose. But that doesn't help us grow. Today, I want to help you release the pressure, the shame, the old rules, and the old versions of yourself that you don't need to or want to take into next year with you. Let's make room for something better. Okay, letting go sounds peaceful, but if you're like most women, it does not feel peaceful, especially not at first, right? And so, because our brains love familiar routines, even the ones that don't work, we hold on to old food rules. I was trying to combine those two words. Old food rules that stressed us out, habits that were too complicated, and expectations that were unrealistic. Diets that we never enjoyed, couldn't wait to be done with, right? And all the shoulds that belong to a different season of life. And then we blame ourselves instead of what wasn't working. Let me say this clearly. If something didn't work, it doesn't mean you failed. It means the method wasn't right for you. Letting go is how you create space for what will work. A lot of things don't work because they were too strict or too time consuming. They didn't match your real life. Maybe you were exhausted or stressed, or you weren't ready yet. You simply weren't ready yet. And that's okay. Letting go doesn't mean giving up or starting from scratch. It doesn't mean forgetting your goals or pretending that nothing matters, because it does. You care. Letting go simply means I learned something about myself and I'm choosing a little bit different next time. It's growth and maturity, it's self respect. Imagine trying to hike while carrying a heavy backpack full of rocks. Every should, every I messed up, every why can't I get it right is another rock. And most women try to carry all of that into the new year. Of course, it feels heavy. Of course, you lose momentum. Of course, you think you lack willpower. It's not you, it's that backpack of heavy rocks. Before the new year begins, I want you to set down the rocks. Just let it all go. Let go of the pressure to be perfect, the guilt from emotional eating or from not having lost weight, the shame from maybe overeating, the plan that didn't fit, the habit that was too rigid, the diet that made you miserable. Let go of that. Let go of the negative self talk that beats you up. Let it all go. You are not starting the new year behind of schedule, behind the eight ball. You're clearing space so you can start ahead. All right, here's a few questions to help you let go with some intention instead of that thing we all do called judgment. Okay, so question one: what didn't work for me this year? What didn't work? You just answer that, whatever it is for you. Maybe it wasn't something you could follow. Maybe it wasn't foods that you liked. Maybe it all felt too hard or it didn't fit into your schedule. Or you really missed having pizza on Friday night and you weren't doing that. Whatever it is, whatever you were trying. Maybe you hadn't gotten started yet and that was what wasn't working because you weren't doing any of the things. You weren't even trying. Like, what is it that just wasn't working for you this year? Why didn't it work? That's going to be the better question, right? So once we figure out what didn't work, why didn't it work? Was it too hard or too busy? Was it not aligned? Did you just not enjoy it? And then the third question: what did I learn from trying it? You learned you didn't like it, at least, right? You learned it didn't work, but what else did you learn? Four, what can I release because it doesn't fit who I'm becoming? And so for years, I thought I had to be gluten and dairy free. I was told that that would fit my body better. Guess what? It doesn't fit my lifestyle better. And instead of letting go of all gluten and dairy, I learned how much I could have. And so that's what worked better for my body. I didn't have a real allergy. My body didn't do well with it, with large amounts of it. So I learned how much it did do okay with. So, what can I release because it doesn't fit who I'm becoming? I don't have to be a gluten dairy free person anymore. It's not who I am. I like ice cream sometimes. And so what do you need to release because it doesn't fit who you are becoming? And then the number 5, what small thing did work? Even a little. Maybe you got a new water bottle and you became a water girly. Those Stanley vibes were flowing and you were drinking water more than you'd ever drank in your life. Give yourself so much credit for that. I'm sure that's something you want to keep. So, what small thing did work? Even a little, that you want to keep. And this is how you grow without punishing yourself. Awareness is way bigger than shame, and learning is way greater than beating yourself up. And when you let go of what didn't work, you automatically make room for what will. So, letting go is only half. You also get to choose what to hold on to. Maybe you want to carry forward drinking more water or listening to hunger or stopping when you're full. Maybe you've become a soup girl. You like, salads were the old thing. I'm tired of them. It's cold outside. I want some soup. And so maybe that's something you want to carry forward. Stopping when you're full or, before you like when you've had enough, eating foods that you enjoy, slowing down, whether it's just in day to day life, especially maybe when you're eating, that big pause that I used to know that meant that I was getting close to done. I started doing that at the beginning of the meal. So at the beginning of the meal, it does it for a different reason. It centers me now. So I want to carry that forward. I like it. It's just a moment of pause, of breath. So that's slowing down. That's what I want to keep with it for the new year. Let's see, giving yourself grace. Yeah, right? Because I am a person who makes mistakes because I am human. So if I want to beat myself up, that's never going to work for me. Giving myself grace and understanding it, it does every time. It doesn't make an excuse for you to keep doing it. It helps you understand and give yourself lots of compassion and grace. Planning simple meals instead of complex meals. I can tell you that last year I probably cooked a lot, thinking that that was how I was going to lose weight. And this year, my meals look way more simple than they do anything else. And so I'm still looking at how to get all of the nutrients in that I want to try to get in. But the meal planning and the meals themselves are way simpler this year. Maybe you're noticing your thoughts before you eat, kind of that exhale that I do. It helps me just take a moment of check in, right? So, what was going on before you were ready to eat? If you were yelling at the kids or you were frustrated with your husband and then you're going to eat, a lot of times you're probably going to eat because of that. And even if you were hungry, so like just give yourself that moment and then notice why you were wanting to eat. Those might be all things, those small habits, they matter more than any big diet overhaul. So carry the habits that feel good. Carry the ones that make you proud. Carry the ones that support the you that you want to be in the new year 2026. Let everything else stay behind in 2025. If you're ready to walk into the new year feeling lighter, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and definitely physically, join me for my free webinar, Everything Your Doctor Wants You to Know About Losing Weight. It's at coachingkara.com/sign up. This is the same webinar doctors send their patients to because it's simple and it's doable and clear, and it's the perfect way to start the year without confusion or overwhelm. You don't have to figure this out alone. Please don't figure it out alone. Letting go doesn't erase your progress. It just frees you from carrying weight that isn't yours anymore. You get to go move forward and feel proud of yourself. You get to start the new year already ahead. All your ducks in a row, just ready to keep going. I'm proud of you, and I will see you next week. Bye, friend.